Good morning. How you guys doing? It's Mike back with the thought of the day on January 3rd, 2025. First, I want to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for giving me the strength and the wisdom to bring you this message. Then I like to open with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. May your will, not mine, be done. Today I want to read about from the Daily Reflections, and the title was called Powerless. And we in the first month, so they're going to do a lot of the topics are going to be on step one. You know what I'm saying? And it says, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. It is no coincidence that the very first step mentions powerlessness. And the mission of personal powerlessness over alcohol is a cornerstone of the foundation of recovery. I've learned that I do not have the power and control that I once thought I had. I am powerless over what people think about me. I am powerless over having just missed the bus. I am powerless over how other people work or don't work the steps. But I've also learned that I am not powerless over some things. I am not powerless over my attitudes. I am not powerless over my negativity. I am not powerless over assuming responsibility for my own recovery. I have the power to exert a positive influence on myself, my loved ones, and the world in which I live. Wow. And let's start with the powerlessness. One of the toughest things I had to learn in this recovery process is learning that I had to surrender to win. You know what I'm saying? I had to surrender to win because for many years I wanted to continue to drink because I thought I could drink like a normal person. I thought that one day it'll return back to how I was drinking in the beginning. And I soon understood that it never was going to turn back to that point. Once I took that first drink, I lost the power. I wanted more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? I had to have more. So I didn't have the decision making ability at that point to say I don't want nothing else to drink. That's where the powerlessness comes from. Once you have that first drink, you lose all capacity to make the decisions whether you're going to drink or not after that. And I was at that point. You know what I mean? And I also had to understand that I was powerless over other people's behavior. I wanted to control how other people behave, how other people act, and things of that nature. And I understand now that I don't have no power over that. I only have power over how I react to the way they act. And I gotta constantly remember that, even to this day. You know what I'm saying? Some people just behave certain ways and do certain things, and I have to be aware of that and be willing to separate myself from that kind of atmosphere and behavior. You know what I'm saying? I have power over my attitude and the way I look at things and the way I conduct myself. And that's why I pray hard every morning to try to operate in the spirit so I can move out the day and do what he wants me to do. You know what I mean? But understanding that when I tried to control my drinking, when I tried to do that, I still wasn't ready to let go yet. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to a complete understanding that it was over and I couldn't win that battle. I couldn't keep going in the ring trying to fight alcohol. I had to understand that I was powerless over it, man. I didn't. It was no way that I was going to defeat this under my own mind and under my own thoughts. I had to reach for God, and God had to intervene to help me out. But I had to understand that I was powerless over alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting in there and trying to keep fighting Mike Tyson in his prime, and he keep beating you up, but something in your head keeps telling you that you're gonna keep going in. Like, one day I'm gonna be able to beat this person, even though he keeps knocking you out and knocking you out. And that's how I felt dealing with alcohol. I kept thinking that I had a chance to win in that. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes I carry that in other parts of my life. Keep thinking that I have a chance to win at helping other people change their behaviors, or helping other people get closer to God, or helping other people want to take the steps. All I could do is make suggestions, pray for them, and try to be the light. I can't control what that person does. And I have to understand that, and it's very important for me to understand that, because if not, my ego would tell me that I'm the person, I should be able to do this, I should be able to do that. No, I'm powerless over what other people do. You know what I'm saying? So as I go on understanding this, and if anybody out there that's fighting this disease of alcohol or any other addiction, surrender to it, man. I know we all have a lot of competitive natures and we feel that one day we're going to be able to defeat this thing. Surrender to it. That's the only way to really win. Understand, like, I don't got to fight this fight. I can let God fight for me. But God is not going to fight for you until you surrender to the fact that you have alcoholism or any other addiction. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shalom.